All right, Coach, a very high-scoring game both times out, but specifically with the UTP game. How would you describe the first half and the pace of play in the first half?
For the UTPB game, yeah, we were on fire. I think we were 15 to 16 to start that game, and our guys were synced. They were locked in. They were ready to go, and it was a great start to the game. We had a little lull there, but yeah, we finished strong. Had over 100 points, and that's a pretty good team too. UTPB is a good team, and we had a tough game down at their place, so that was a good win for us.
Have you seen a first half like that before from a WT team?
Yeah, we started out in Kingsville down there one time. We were up 20-0, and we were knocking down everything, getting to the basket, getting layups, knocking down threes, and we had a couple good starts. Actually UTPB in the regional finals last year was a really good start for us as well, and love those starts. A lot of teams will really get fit. If a team is doing that, you almost have to change momentum and maybe have a couple fouls in there just to kind of throw them off rhythm a little bit. But that was a great start for us.
You're entering the last few weeks of your season. How do you keep your team motivated and to stay consistent in these last couple games, especially with Kingsville coming up? They were one of your only losses.
Well, they'll definitely be motivated. There's ways to motivate guys, especially this time of the year. It's something that we have some big goals. The conference is right there. Conference tournament is coming up, and then the regional tournament. And if we're lucky enough to get in the regional, if we play really well, maybe we could host. If we have a couple hiccups along the way, maybe we can still get into the tournament. But there's a lot of basketball yet to be played. Some really good games coming up here on Thursday night against Angelo and Saturday against Kingsville, who we did get beat by down there. I think Angelo is very talented. Was watching them this morning, and they've got some players. They're very deep, big team, and can score the basketball. So they're going to be a tough out on Thursday night.
Kind of looking at the stats, both teams really like to get to the free throw line, and another thing about them is rebounding. So how do you think those two stats and just kind of ways are going to play into the game?
Yeah, I think getting to the free throw line is very important for any team. Sometimes it's how the game is called, but it's being aggressive, getting to the basket, not just settling for jump shots all the time. And we love to shoot the three. I think a lot of teams like to do that, but you also have to get to the basket, and we've got to get the ball inside with Ryan Quaid or even Quay Grant or JoJo or Brandon Hall. Any of those guys can get to the basket, and so you've got to be able to get to the basket. Anytime you can get to the free throw line, it's a good thing.
Going back to that UTPB game, your guys' offense was on fire. Defense, though, gave up, was it 43 each half or 41 each half? Was that just something with pace of the game, or what was it exactly?
I think you're right. I think that's a little bit with the pace of the game, but it's also our defense wasn't great. And I think sometimes when you're clicking like that on offense, you think it's just going to come easy all the time, and your defense lacks a little bit. I don't think our defense was trying to give up those points. Like I said before, I think UTPB is very good, but a little bit was probably pace of play, and then also we got a little just relaxed because we were scoring the basketball so easy. And that's not always going to happen. You're going to have some nights where you don't make your shots, even if you're wide open. So defense can always be there. You got to have a great defense, especially late in the season when you get in the conference tournament and in the national tournament. Our defense will have to be very strong for us to go a long ways.